When he comes back, if he gets a Sheen, that's gonna be miserable.
This is bad.
Okay. Just gonna let this play out. Okay. This is something really important. That fight actually went pretty decently. I guess you just sustained with your Doran's ring to be able to do that in the first place.
Doran's and Targon's from...
Yeah. Alright, hold on. I think I fast forwarded a little. I'm really bad with the spectator thing, but there's something here that is really important. Okay, we're at 617. Let's go to... Let's go a little bit back.
Yeah, so many more minutes. With you.
Yeah. Level 4. This is honestly a pretty good time to engage. Well, I mean, you should have just backed anyways, but your Tom engaging isn't the worst decision because he's pretty low, he has no mana, and she's pretty low, and she doesn't have mana. But that's not really what I want to go over, so let's see what happens here. Tom gets a slow. Yeah, I'll follow up on this. Okay. At this point, Corki turns, and Annie keeps going. And she goes real deep. So, a really big thing about AD carry that is gonna win you a lot of the lanes is if you, like I think she even keeps walking after this. Let's slow it down pretty bit. Okay, she's slowed. So she's completely out of this fight. Like, even by the time that she turns, she'll be completely gone. It's kind of your, like, I think you kind of tunneled on her, because here you could be autoing him, but you kind of, like, kept walking here. If you and Tom turn on the Corki, that's eliminating this damage source here. So, what happens? You turn on him. Tom just gets kind of bursted. And you take an auto and you die. But, come on. Let's go back. I'm gonna speed this up a little so it's too slow. So at this point, while you're chasing this, Corki made a good decision to turn, but at the same time, once she got far enough and she was no kind of threat at all, because look, she has no mana, if you just like, both you, right when he heals, turn on this, like, you were in auto range for quite a long time and you kind of just tunneled on this, so if you just turn on this quick enough and you get your Silver Bolts proc along with the Tom, just like one auto, y'all kill him. And then, this Annie starts to come back, so if it worked out how it's supposed to be, and you kill him, then you can turn on her while she has no mana. So, overall, that just went pretty poorly for you guys, but it could have been a lot better. And that goes for every single case. So I'm going to alt-tab here and use this little tool. I was messing around with this earlier, I'm not sure if you've seen this, but it's just a little map and it shows everything really well to explain. So this is just the main point. I'm trying to see how I can illustrate this good. Let me think of a scenario in my head. So, let's say you guys are this orange side right here, and they're this side right here. If you go for harass on this AD carry, and this support is, say, like behind him and kind of like far away or something, you always want to minimize damage from another source, whether it's you guys attacking the AD carry here, or you guys attacking the support while he's overextended. Like, minimizing a damage source completely will turn it in your favor almost 9 times out of 10, because it's basically a 2v1. So, you guys engage on this, he's trying to kill you, but it's 2v1 essentially. The support kind of comes up and tries to auto you, let's say it's just a thresh, and he's trying to get this auto. If you kite to where you're going over here, like say auto, kite over here, you're still out of range of this guy. If you can get damage on this AD carry without getting hit by this, that's going to win you any trade, any fight at any time. Unless it's just like a Draven or something, but that's something really important that a lot of players do not know, and it's just a little thing that will help you climb and just help you lane overall. Like, mitigating a source completely of damage is insane, and it has an insane, like, outcome. Like, it's just, I can't stress it enough how many times that's won me lane. Like, let's switch this around. So, let's say this area carries. I wish this could be bigger because this does not actually represent a good size, but let's say he's just autoing you from the bush, or you guys are over here, and this AD carry's over here getting like this farm or something. Once again, I wish I could extend this, but I think you'll get the idea. Okay, so let's say... Okay, I have a good example. So they're next to each other. The supports are in the bushes. This is the Blitzcrank. This is Janna, let's say. Or no, this is a Thresh. So Thresh lands the hook on here. If you start autoing that immediately, and I just went over this like just a second, I'm basically saying the same thing, but and this guy's over here, auto him, hug closer to the bush, keep autoing, hug closer to the bush, and this guy's going to be obviously backing off, and by the time that this guy gets over here, y'all can start attacking him, and it's going to be another 2v1. Does that make sense? Like, you're forcing 2v1s back and forth if you and your support are on the same page, because you're mitigating the damage. That's how important like kiting is in lane. You're mitigating the damage from this guy, or from this guy when you're attacking this guy. He's going to back off. He's not going to have that much health. Like, he just lost a big trade. But the AD carry's like, oh no. Like, sometimes a lot of AD carries are like, oh no, like, I'm not going to let you get this free harass. Let me auto this guy. But then again, you and Thresh, auto this guy. Yeah, exactly. And eventually, they'll just both back off. You'll either get a kill, a summoner, whatever. But that's going to be a one trade almost 9 times out of 10. Just mitigating the other source's damage. And I see that, like, I've been on a bunch of like tip sites and a bunch of things that, I don't know, like a bunch of threads of how to be a better player, da 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 da, and I never see this mentioned, which is interesting because it's just such a simple concept that can turn the lane in your favor at any time. So that's really, really big, and that's one thing that you should really, really pin in your head. Try to mitigate damage from the other source.
Okay.
Alright, let's just keep going.
Server connection failed. The remote host closed the connection.
The fuck? Go back to this. Yeah, if y'all turn on this. Okay. Yeah, you see how you like hesitate? I guess we come down to gank.